Good morning. It's wild being back here and such a pleasure. I too, like Nikki had said, when I saw who else was being inducted, it was an exciting time because I felt like I knew them extremely well and they were true to my heart. And it was going to be a really great morning. And it's been a wild ride. I feel like since I've been here, there's been so much going on. And so many people that I feel like I've lost contact with, but every time I've come back to Emporia, it's like those friendships are right there where they were. So many great people in this room. I would be remiss without thanking Dr. Bill Quayle for giving me my first head coaching opportunity at Emporia State. I still remember my interview and him driving me around in his station wagon. And I wasn't sure that sucker was going to make the next stop, but we did. And it was wild every single day that I worked here. And, you know, we were capable of bringing in some great players, and many that you hear about, you know, Annetta and Yergita Koshaite, you know, Emily Blosses, you know, Tara Holloway's, all the All-Americans, but truly, the kids that make your team as great as they are the supporting cast. I mean, obviously, talent can win you a lot of games, but championships are built with the supporting cast, and we had so many tremendous players that they did their job. But also part of that supporting cast was that community and the administration here. I can't tell you how many times I've heard people or other coaches complain about some of the community functions they had to go to, whether it was the Chamber of Commerce here or Rotary, and those were two events here that I absolutely loved. I loved the Rotary Club I was a part of. I couldn't wait to go see those guys every morning. And then this community is amazing. And it was something that I'll never forget. And I've always talked about Emporia being one of those special places that you just can never get out of your soul because it's deeply embedded. And the thing that I love the most about that national championship run that we almost got was the fact that you just loved us. And it really didn't matter if we had lost that game or lost any other game, because you loved the team and the young ladies that were part of it so fully that you just appreciated who they were and what they were about. And that's what made that even more significant, because that type of love gives the players confidence. I mean, they didn't feel like they could ever fail. And I still remember that championship game, because when they gave us this trophy, the thing's ginormous, our kids shoved it in the corner because they were so disappointed. They felt like they let everybody down. But at the same time, I'm sure they look back at it now and realize what a great run it was and how much fun it was. And that's what you remember. You know, I cannot tell you one score of any game that I coached, ever. I can tell you usually if we won or lost, and maybe an official's name that ticked me off. You know, but I can tell you all that, but I can always tell you about the people. I can always tell you how going into White Auditorium and seeing Ed, you know, smiling around, asking if there's anything else he can do, or, you know, the football players coming all dressed up and harassing Dave Slifer. I love that. You know, and I remember the officials coming over and at times worrying that the crowd was a little rambunctious. And it was like, yeah, okay. And it was awesome. It was a great atmosphere. When you can present that kind of atmosphere in whatever stage, whether it's volleyball, track, football, basketball, like I said, it's contagious to the kids. And I would not be standing up here today if it wasn't for such great players to have to work with. I mean, Emily Bloss, I mean, someone that I still remember her recruiting visit. And her mom bringing her down, and I asked her what she wanted to major in, and she said, and this is amazing, you remember this is an academic All-American over here, and she said, I don't care. She goes, I just want to be a good mom. And you're a great mom. And it cracked me up when she left and went to be a nanny. I'm like, that's perfect. That's perfect. She's smart. But it was those kind of people that just, they just leave such a great mark on you. But I also want to thank the table over here to my left. That I got two of my best friends here that have known me for a long time, and they're still here. And they know everything about me. And they didn't. When I told them I was being inducted, they didn't believe me, so I made them come. And then obviously Jim and Donna Stubenofer, who have just been great friends throughout. And when I was coaching at Mizzou, they'd come up when we played K-State, and they actually didn't cheer for K-State at that time, that I know of. But I'm sure they were secretly still clapping for him, but continued to support my career. And then Russ Jenkins, I mean, he's my money man. You know, he's got all of it. But, you know, Russ, when I became the head coach here, actually was the guy that, you know, kind of set me aside and started giving me my financial goals. And it was the best thing I ever did, because it's allowing me to live a pretty good life right now, and taking my time and pursuing my whatever it is next. But like I said, this is a great event. I appreciate everybody that's in this room and those that couldn't come, because you guys are the ones that made it happen. Everything that I get credit for, I'm not sure why. It was you and the players. You know, I was along for a great ride, and really appreciate so much. So, and I do want to thank Slay, because Slay was someone that was so terrific to work with. And if you remember some of the people I had to work with at Missouri, Norm Stewart, Win Snyder, I don't need to say anything after that. But Slay was awesome. And he was it was so hard walking by him when he was introduced me and not pinch him on the butt. But, I just really enjoyed working with him side by side. He was a great inspiration to me. I still remember we had to teach classes. I don't know if the coaches still have teach classes here. They eliminated that one. That was probably after me, because I probably ruined it for him. But Slay, I remember that we had to teach, so I remember telling my assistant coach, Brandon Schneider, you need to take some of Slay's classes, because you're going to learn something from him. You know, and of course I'm assuming he's teaching basketball or coaching 101, administration, something like that. Oh no, he's teaching human sexuality. So needless to say, our road trips were very interesting. But he was great to work with, and like I said, this is something that is really true to my heart. I appreciate everything that you have done for me and that you continue to do. And I love you all. And a big hug to all of you. And if there's ever anything I can do, you guys mean so much to do, I would be happy to fulfill that request. So thank you again for everyone, and take care. Let's have a good Hornet win today.